What is up, my tubers? Welcome back to another draft here on Arena. Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget to check out cardkingdom.com/Numot for all your Magic card-related needs. We got some more Wilds of Eldraine ahead of us. Been consistently improving. We started off poorly in the format, and then as I've learned it, we've increased our win rate. So up to about a 64% win rate now, and we're starting to trophy a lot more. It was one trophy in like 25 drafts. Now we're at, I think, 10 trophies in like 40-ish drafts. So vast improvement. Anyways, let's jump into our pick one, pack one. We've opened the Regal Bunnicorn. Card is just okay. Don't think I'll be taking it here as we have a bunch of other good options. In fact, this pack has a ton of good white cards in it. Cheeky Mouse, Pie Wielder, Return Triumphant. Kellen's Lightblades is great with bargain synergies. Cooped Up is decent. Graceful Takedown, decent green removal. Fawn, Grabby Giant. I'm just kidding. We're taking the Regal Bunnicorn. But I hope I made you think for a second that I actually wasn't going to take it. No, this card's pretty fantastic. I did pass it in an earlier video, one that we did get 7 wins in, I might add. But it was probably wrong for me to pass it, so for all of you that were yelling at your monitors, why did you pass the bunny? I'm sorry. I hope this makes you feel better. I'll take it now, as we get another solid choice here for our second pick rather. Vampiric Rites, you don't need to take this early, but this card has some good value in the format, especially with like all the rat tokens. Big fan of Monstrous Rage Combat Trick, Picnic Ruiner. There are a bunch of 2-drops in this format that are 2/2s for the most part, and then have some adventure ability that's just really good. So these type of cards are always nice. Edgewall Inn, very, very good land value card. Think here I like taking the Monstrous Rage. This is one of my favorite tricks in the format. And if we just lead into a red-white deck, I am not going to be upset about that, as red-white has been my strongest color pairing. In fact, if I look at my stats here real quick, I use 2 different things to track the stats. We use 17 lands for like matches and whatnot, and then untapped tracks are like overall colors. And let's see, win rate with white is the top at 73%, and that is over 75 matches. So good sample size for Boros. It is by far my #1 winning deck. We're getting past a Twisted Sewer Witch here, but don't think I'm going to take that, as we have a bunch of other good options. Raid Bombardment's fun. I think it's better than a card like Impact Tremors, which does a similar thing. But Stockpiling Celebrant has been one of the best white commons in the format. And in a deck like this, I actually like Ariat's Tempting Apple. Same thing with like the... Oh, what? I didn't realize this was in the format. Sheesh. Same thing with the Twisted Fealty, the other the other Active Treason effect. Those are both super solid in the aggro decks. What is this pack, though? Smothering Tithe is not a limited card. It comes down too late for any non-commander format, and it's not going to give you enough value. The best card here is like, what, Baronati? Maybe Evolving Wilds? Kind of unfortunate pack. I'll take the Baronati here, though. I guess we can stay open to a different color pairing, and this card just does a lot of work, even if you're not playing fairies. 1/3 flyer that's pumpable. Okay, that's a lot better. Into a Besotted Knight, which is going to be my easy choice. White just has so many good commons, and Besotted Knight is one of them. Not much to say here. A couple of other fine cards. I mean, Feed the Cauldron is okay removal, but in this format, a lot of the times you want to be the aggressor. I don't think you're supposed to build like a mid-range style deck. I think you either want to be purely aggro or purely control. Into now, probably going to take that Return Triumphant. I am not a fan of green-white, but Sir Armont is okay. We're kind of locking ourselves into white right now and not really having a secondary color, which is alright, I think. Fawn is good. I mean, a lot of these cards are playable, but let's just stick with the white. That's probably the safest option. And yeah, a little bit of a reward here. 7th pick Cooped Up. Pack is great. Good aggro card. Gatekeeper's good. Flick a Coin's good. Solid choices there for us. Even the Break the Seal, I've actually been pretty happy with this card, especially if you can get the Cursed Courtiers in white. But you can just blow up one of your opponent's tokens with this and draw a card. It's never that bad. Everybody's running some number of foods or rats or otherwise. And look at those wheels. Pack 9 or pick 9 here. So this is our opening pack. Getting a lot of the white cards back and the Edgewall pack, which is a good sign. You'd be surprised, but I've been relatively happy with the Armory Mice coming down on turn 2 as a kind of awkwardly positioned attacker for your opponents, right? Because if you just turn on the Celebration, which is not hard to do, a 2-mana 3/3 does a lot of work. Not dead after all, in case we stick with... Actually, no, let's take the Crystal Grotto here in case we just end up splashing something. Similar, a lot of decks I don't think want the Battle Garb, but the red-white deck is okay with it, especially if you can get a handful of Ginger Brutes to really maximize the value. Alright, last few pickups there were pretty bad, didn't matter. Speaking of, we do have a Ginger Brute in this pack if we want to first pick it. We open the Rotisserie Elemental, which is just not a good card. You have to sacrifice it with combat damage. You can't just like bargain it and get the value. No, this has to hit the player and then you sacrifice it. So later on in the game, it's just not very good. Fairy Fencing, probably the best card here. My favorite card going to be the Johan. This card is fantastic in red-blue, especially if you can get those Alchemists. But this looks like an easy first pick Ginger Brute. Like, I don't like that. I think Ginger Brute being a first pick in this kind of format is pretty unfortunate, but honestly, that's just the way that this format is. So, yep, and there we go. That'll lock us in. We're getting the best uncommon. That is Imidane's Recruiter. I mean, earlier on stream today, I played Boros multiple times, and they all went 7 wins, and in one of those decks, we had 2 Imidane's Recruiters, and you can imagine how that went. Passing a cut-in, passing a Witch's Mark, I guess back-to-back Fairy Fencings, doesn't even matter, got Recruiter. Another Cooped Up if we want to, Kellen's Light Blades, Witch's Mark. The nice thing about the red-white deck is that it actually has a lot of ways to combat the bigger decks, right? If you just pick up a couple of solid removal spells like Cooped Up or even Kellen's Blade, you can still attack into like the big green-black decks that have, you know, top-end 6/7s or Gluttons or stuff. I guess this is just another Cooped Up here, though. Over Light Blades. There's a pretty sad pack. Okay. Charmed Clothier has not been all that good in my experience. And I guess maybe there's a world where I could be playing like white-black splashing the red side of Imidane's Recruiter, right? I could just take the Tangled Colony here. This card is annoying. Hopeless Whisper. Or yes, not Careless Whisper. Hopeless Nightmare, Callous Sellsword. They're fine. We'll take the 2-drop. See what goes. And now look at that. Wow, a 5th pick taken by Nightmares too. Okay, no, that could be what we're doing. And we have a couple of pieces of random fixing here for that. So we could be, I guess, white-black splashing the Imidane's side of things. Knight of Doves. I always want this card to be really good, but it always seems to underperform. The nice thing about it is that it often eats a removal spell if your opponent can, because it does have a very high upside. Now, we do have to double Cooped Up with it, so it's not going to be bad here, and I'm not losing much. We'll try it out. And this is, I think, anyways, a very easy Conceited Witch here over Dutiful Griffin. The Griffin is a good card. 4/4 flying for 5 is fantastic and limited, but I think you want to go for the synergy, and Conceited Witch gives a lot of that. Griffin Airy. Don't have enough food for that. Not a big fan of 3 bowls of porridge, so we have Sweet Tooth Witch or a second Return Triumphant, which is really good in our deck. I think people sleep on the Return Triumphant and don't like it, but it's really solid in my experience. Okay, now I wish I had taken the other card as we're getting another Return Triumphant. I don't think I'll be playing 3 of these, but it's not out of the quest. Well, I guess in case I open another red rare in pack 3, I'd rather have the Grand Ball Guess, because I could still be red-white. I don't have to be black-white splashing, right? Another Conceited Witch here. Okay. Wow. Another Conceited Witch. I think here it's probably best to take the first Archon's Glory over third Witch. And last few picks, generally not going to matter. All right, pack 3 we go. Into, hey, a Devouring Sugar Maw. Haven't had the chance to play with this one, but it is really, really cool. And if we're black-white, which we are leaning towards, then would you look at that? 4 mana, 6/6 Menace Trample. At the beginning of your upkeep, you can sacrifice an artifact, enchantment, or token. If you don't, it taps. But the Adventure Mode gives you 2 tokens immediately, so that's really freaking sweet here. Taken by Nightmares, Kellen Lightblade. Yeah, let's take that Sugar Baby. Will Scion of Peace. Not so good. Have like a Rhyme for Reindeer. I do have a handful of enchantments, because we have a lot of adventure enchantments. Maybe not a lot of adventure cards proper. Moment of Valor is okay. Could just take another 2-drop. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, we're not playing the Baronati, are we? Yeah, we're probably not playing the Baronati, but I guess if you suit it up, it's a 2/4. I mean, I'll just take the 2-drop, even though that was going to wheel. One I have not been impressed by is the Discerning Financier. I think I like passing on that and maybe just taking Ashiok's Reaper. Bunch of good red cards in the pack, though. Frenzy and Torch the Tower. Another Conceited Witch. I imagine that will wheel as they have been. There's a Shatter the Oath there for us. Good. All right, this is just solid black-white. Belligerent of the Ball. Not going to splash that. I don't really want to be running 2 Evolving Wilds in this deck. 2 Evolving Wilds, a Mountain, and a Crystal Grotto seems like too much fixing, especially since double Evolving Wilds entering tapped is pretty awkward. Haven't been a fan of Protective Parents. Could just take the card draw effect, I guess. There's one of the cards we were really hoping to see, and we're getting it late here. Pick 6, pack 3. The Princess Takes Flight. We have a couple of synergy cards with that already, but this card has just been so, so good. And there's another synergy card with it, Kellen's Lightblade. All right, that might be the deck for the most part. Maybe just need to make 1 or 2 cuts. So we get another Ginger Brute here, 8th pick over a Tabby. I don't think Tabby's any good. Stingblade Assassin's probably okay in this deck too, honestly. Take a rare for some gems. So 2 1-drops, 1, 2, 3, 4 2-drops, 5 2-drops if you count the adventure side of that, which I guess is fair. What card makes the least sense in this deck? I guess the Reaper's kind of bad here. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, actually, we have a buttload of enchantments, don't we? I guess the Assassin's kind of weak, the Stingblade Assassin. We have a lot of good hard removal already. We have Shatter, we have Taken by Nightmares, we have the Princess Takes Flight, 2 Cooped Ups, and a Kellen's Lightblade. Yeah, we definitely don't need any more of that removal. So 1 more cut, because 17 lands, I think, is the norm for this format. There are times where you can run 16, but even in my Boros decks, I often run 17, just because of all the adventures and you have stuff to do with your mana. I still kind of want to get that 2-drop Fairy back in the deck too, but I guess I could cut it down to 1 Return Triumphant. Or maybe I'd Break the Spell's not necessary. Break the Spell's specifically good for, like, our Princess Takes Flight, but what other ways do we have to bargain that? 1, 2, then we can bounce it with the Celebrant, 3. Yeah, that's probably my worst card. Okay, we'll run the Grotto, we'll run the Wilds. 1 Mountain. 7/7, looks good. Sweet. This is kind of like the black-white version of Boros, if that makes sense. The Orzhov version of Boros. We are rank 3 going into this. Let's see if we can improve upon that. I was hard stuck at rank 2 earlier on stream today. Playing against Florida Moon. And our hand looks good. Need to find a few lands here, but we do have 17 in the deck, so how hard could it be to find them, right? Perfect. Let's lead off with the 3/1. And we have the Devouring Sugarmaw as an instant, so we could get really cute here. It looks like he doesn't have a way to block anyways, but if he had played like a 2/2 out, and blocked, we could Devouring Sugarmaw for the immediate trigger. Alright, removals. Crystal Grotto for their Immodanes is nice. And we'll leave that 5th land on top. Wow. Big 4 bricks on the prankster there. Yeah, let's get the Sugar Maw online. He didn't counter the adventure mode, so... That is very strange. You didn't counter the adventure mode, so let me have 2/1/1, or a 1/1. Awkwardly. Another prankster. This time hitting a torch. Nice. So 1 unknown in hand. And a cut in. That's annoying. It's going to turn into a 2/4 with the young hero roll. Sure. I'm going to play out the other prankster. Alright, let's... Might as well go grab a red source here. It's a good draw as well. We're just going to shatter the 2/4 and turn our knight into a 3/3. So now the torch can't kill it unless he finds a way to bargain it off. Ashiok's Reaper's pretty good. Let's go ahead and eat the prankster here. He's going to torch the Immodanes and still take 6. Nice. We're going to target our 1/1 with flying. Don't have a way to sacrifice our Princess Takes Flight, but it will draw us a card when it dies to the Reaper, so... Alright, good stuff. There we go. Nice little win there for us. Boom. Yeah, Immodane's Recruiter, just... Ugh, what a card. What a card. So much value wrapped up in itself. Okay, on to round number 2. Okay, I mean... Doesn't look very exciting, but it's a good enough hand, right? Alright, let's draw some more spells at this point. Nope, that's bad. Uh-oh. Keeping a 4-lander and drawing a few lands in a row is not where we need to be. Totentons from our opponent. There we go. Yeah, I guess we're gonna attack for 3. If I had played the role pre-combat, I think they would have blocked. And I didn't actually want them to block, because now I get to Light Blades their Totentons. Oh, they're just gonna run out the Recruiter. Okay. Jeez. So I'm gonna take 7. They're gonna get an extra 1/1. Yowza. Alright. I am down to be a little bit aggressive here and try racing. My 2/3 does technically hold off their board unless they turn on Celebration. That's fine. So now they're gonna attack for 3. Oh, that's not good. They have something else. Alright, well, I'll block the Recruiter and make them use whatever trick they have. Oh, and if they don't, then that's okay. Huh. Oh, I see. Sure. Okay, let's just pass and Taken by Nightmare. They're vermin, I think. The downside about this is that I don't get to utilize my mana most efficiently next turn, right? We're close to stabilizing, but they might just have enough pressure to end us here. We do get to scry 2 this way. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, so I'm gonna go down to 3. Damn it. Wow, okay, too bad. So, kill, block, take 3. Alright, GG's. I can't even say they did anything impressive, right? But that is this format, just kind of curve out. Yeah. Curve out and get ya. Huh. If I had been more efficient with my mana, I would have been able to survive another turn, I guess. Oh no, wait, would I have? Yes, but we would have drawn some lands. I don't know. He who casts the Imidane's Recruiter wins the game. I think that's what they say. That's a nice looking hand. That is a very nice looking hand. Turn 2 Mice, turn 3. Hopefully we get to Princess Takes Flight and then return it with the Celebrant. And then if the Celebrant dies, we can return it with the Triumphant and rebuy the Princess again. That hand is really good. Alright, we can go grab any color here of our choosing if we want. Probably going to be safest to grab black since we have a couple of double black cards and we already have the Grotto for red. Right? We have a couple double black, at least. Yeah, we have a few double black. Feed the Cauldron, okay. Not where we want to be here. That's good, though. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and get the mouse back. The mouse is really good with a young hero roll if it doesn't die because it has 1 toughness, so you can make it up to like a 6/4. Alright, well, they went all in, and so we're going to get them with Princess Takes Flight here. What be nice to eat their only creature that has a roll on it so they don't get to start to draw extra cards. Alright, take 4. And we can stockpile the Princess Takes Flight next turn, and then even Besotted Knight it up. Oh, that's a good draw too. Wow, we are looking really juicy. And Princess Takes Flight is such a disgusting card. There's so many things that combo with it. Outside of just all the bargain cards that are in the format, you know? Well, good luck, friend. Greta is not gonna cut it, I'm sorry to say. That's another way to sacrifice the Princess Takes Flight, too. Oh! That's not a combo, though. What happened here is I turned on Celebration because I had 2 permanents enter, and so the Armory Mice turned on its defensive buff and didn't get pumped from the Young Roll. That's funny. I was actually supposed to not cast Besotted Knight pre-combat. Wow. Okay, that's good to note for any future game. Not that it mattered there, since that was a big steamrolling, but... Oh, you need to either be the aggro deck or be able to beat the aggro deck. You know, as much as I joke that I think green is unplayable in the format, green can actually be really, really good, because a lot of the best green cards, they just produce food by themselves, you know? In addition to being, like, quality creatures. You've got, like, Tough Cookie and Greta, for example, at the uncommon slot. You've got that 3/2 that pumps by sacrificing a food that also makes a food at common, right? Glutton gains 3 life and is a 6/6 you can cast for 5. So green does have a lot of the right tools. It's just, I think, oftentimes you're not supposed to be playing green. Anyways. Needs to find a 2-drop, but we have good mana. Kind of a combo. You can cooped up and then bounce it. Rather, you can cooped up something early and then bounce up the coop up when the opponent plays a better creature later. There's no chance for you to use the eggs. That's the Hollow Scavenger I was talking about. There's no chance for you to use the Exile ability of cooped up and then bounce it with Celebrant, because Celebrant's not instant speed. Guess our first play is going to be Knight of Doves. Not ideal. Oh, they're going to turn a land into a creature. Wow, that is very risky. And to attack with it into like a Kellen's Light Blades, that is insane. Wow. That is gutsy, for sure. Gosh, I want to kind of coop that up and then exile their land. I think I'm going to do that. Man, if I had that, I can't believe they did that, because if I had like a Candy Grapple there or a Kellen's Light Blades, it's literally just Stone Rain. Okay. Alright, see you later, land. Sure. Yeah, if they can put another roll on that, that's really good. Or have any other bargain card, you know? The only downside of me exiling their land is that I did kind of... Oh, there they go. Nice. Jeez, that's really good. Okay, I'm definitely losing. Wow, that's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I was giving them crap, and then they slapped me in the face. Although, again, to be fair, if I had Candy Grapple or the Light Blades when they attacked with their first land, they just kind of instantly lose, but... If they just have, like, Curse of the Werewolf or whatever, I take 10 and I'm dead. Looks like they might have... Well, no, they can't. They'd have to play the Ward, so I guess I would only take 7, but yeah, that's kind of disgusting. Okay. Talk shit, get hit. That's what's happening here. Save me, Archon's Glory. Save me. Alright, so let's go like this. Eat here. Chump. Actually, I guess I could take the hit, because I'm going to gain 3 back, so I'm, in essence, going to take 3. 4, because the roll, right? That was a pretty solid... Wait, no, it wasn't. I don't have anything in my graveyard to return yet. I guess I just have to play this... I don't think holding up Taken by Nightmares is going to do me any good. Oh, I should have attacked for 1 first. Whoops, that was bad. That's what I should have done, attacked for 1. With the Knight of Doves, if I was going to bounce it anyways. Okay, we died to basically anything here, so... Cross our fingers. I died to that Spiteful Hexmage thing going away. I also died to Hopeless Nightmare. Okay, I think their draw was fantastic. Wow. We could have punished them a bunch of different ways, but we didn't find the ways nor their early plays to get there. I mean, my first play being the freaking 1-3 for 3 was really bad. Yeah, the more I play with it, I think the more that the Knight of Doves is just pretty gross. As in bad. It never seems to do all that much. There are a bunch of like 2-mana 1-3s in the format that are just better blockers, so I wouldn't be surprised if I'm supposed to cut the Knight of Doves and just be playing like the Baronati or something. Okay, 2-2 back against the ropes. Man, where are my early plays? We have a couple of like Ginger Brutes, we have a bunch of 2s. There we go. Alright. Better late than never, and we can even just suit it up immediately here. Into the Barrow Naughty. Ooh, hey, that's right, we have a Regal Bunnicorn in our deck, too. Okay, well, let's make a 3/3 and attack for 2 unblockable. It's a nice curve. Only issue with playing out the Regal Bunnicorn right now is that if they have, like, the grapple, they can just kill it. It looks like they do not, so that's nice. Bunny is so sick. Oh my, they're even attacking. Okay. As they say, be on the play, curve out, and don't punt. They don't have another fairy right now, so the Barrow Naughty doesn't have lifelink. That's pretty good. Alright, so we want to draw the Arch Triumphant to deal with that. That's a great draw as well. Yeah, let's cooped up the Naughty. Make this unblockable. Sodded up our Witch, and smack them for 5. Opponent's in a pretty rough spot here. Though not actually the worst. My creatures are hard to block, but they have an extra food right now. They have a bunch of cards in their hand still. That's fine. So we have him at 1 on board. I guess I'm going to play the Reaper out, as if I use the Cooped Up's ability, I'll draw an extra card. Or if the Witch trades off in combat, I'll also draw an extra card. Ah, touche. Oh, that's right, they get to draw a card because they had a roll as well, but that worked out as we drew another. Okay, they're going to need another creature or a removal spell here. And indeed they did. Alright. So, they are not dead. Oh, you know what I can do? That's also very good. You know what I can do here? Is I can actually... Yeah. I can Celebrant my Conceited Witch. Draw an extra card. Oh, that works too. Because they wouldn't be able to kill my Reaper, otherwise the Wicked Roll would trigger. But now we just get to go Wicked Roll, Wicked Roll. One of them will fall off and they die. Nice. Look at that synergy. Boom. Combos, baby. Combos. Okay. Yeah, was there a way I could have won the previous turn then? Could I have bounced my Wicked Witch, played the role on the Ashiok's Reaper, and attacked with that? No, because they were still at 4 at that point. Okay. That was cool, though. So, 3 and 2. Game number 6. Ooh, yeah, what a hand. Nice looking hand here on the play. Oh, and you can sacrifice Princess Takes Flight to the Devouring Sugar Maw, can't you? Ooh, let's get them in combat, though. Let's make a 1-1 and trade. Sure, that's fine. Let's go Brute. Attack. Mouse. Need one more land here. That's not it. It did get stuck on 2 lands, though, so I guess we're favored while they still miss on land. Okay, that is a land of sorts, but probably not the one they wanted to find. Can it be worth it to play out the Princess Takes Flight here? Probably not. I think I'm just going to cooped up their veteran. What they should do here in response is sack the veteran. Yep, and that way I don't have it cooped up on the creature. I'm actually surprised they're going to block the mouse here, because isn't that the young hero role? I guess they figure from their perspective they just can't afford to take too much damage. Alright, they are at 4 mana, and I'm at 3 still. Just a naked 2/3. There we go, Sugar Maw online. 6/6 Menace Trample. What a card. They might concede to the Princess Takes Flight, we'll find out. That's a good draw, too. I am sure, thank you. Oh, do they have a torch? They're gonna sack the roll and kill my Knight of Doves or something? Sure. Sadly, the knight is exiled. I mean, they're dead on board next turn. Princess Takes Flight on the Sugar Maw is 8 flying menace damage. So... Dude, this card is stupid. 4 mana, 6/6 trample. Menace. Synergy with bargain, or cards that you want to bargain away. Also, it makes... Yeah, I don't know. What a card. Okay, 4/2. This is time where we grind, because 4 wins is the nice amount, but any more than that is where you get the big gravy. We've got a solid opener hand here on the play. As always, would love to find one more land to be able to play all of the cards, but 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop would be good. Or just 1-drop, 2-drop, and then Witch plus Unblockable on Brute. is also a good start. Ooh, with the bunny. Okay, I am gonna lead on the bunny here because it has the highest upside, but this is also when it is most susceptible to removal. And they didn't do anything, so now we are going to try to get them. That sucks to bottom that, but it makes sense. You want to put the roll on the brute here, because the bunny is going to get big enough by itself. Oh! I attacked right into a Witchstalker's Frenzy. I guess I could have played around that. I'm never going to, but that was certainly a consideration. No, there's no way you're ever playing around that. Plus, it would still die to Frenzy on the following turn, so... Okay, that's fine. They still can't attack. We're still pressuring them quite a bit. Smack for 4. Let's play out the Celebrant. Let's grab the Witch. Let's... top. Okay. Very close to going for lethal next turn, potentially. Ah, another cut in. Dang it. So I'm going to take 4 here. All of a sudden... all of a sudden... Still looks okay for us, but... I don't have anything to bargain for the Archon's Glory now. But they don't have any blockers currently, and the Witch takes 2 creatures to block, so... if either of these gets through, it is lethal. Right, and that is GG. Could also have just tapped something with the guard and then attacked with the Witch, but same difference. Alright, phew! It was a little bit scary there. I thought our start was nuts, but then they had a bunch of removal to kind of put me in my spot. But our draw was pretty dreamy. And now we are at 5-2. By all accounts, this would be a success. To me, we need a trophy. Game 8. Nice hand. 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop. Slow removal. Yeah, again, Bunnicorn, maybe. Ooh. That's cute. Versus green. Do I want to lead with Grotto? No, I don't think so, because right now we don't mind drawing a land or a spell. Questing Druid. That card can get very large very fast. Alright, I'm going to run out the Bunnicorn, and once again, I'm going to hope that they don't kill it. Never blocking in a million years. Nothing. Okay, now we'll scry since we don't want lands anymore. And we don't want that thing. I guess I'm gonna attack with these and then just Celebrant the Gingerbrute for more scry action. We'll take the Light Blades. We don't need the land. Huh, they didn't have anything to do that turn. Weird. Okay, Merry Bards and then make a roll. Sure. That's probably not the place to put the young hero roll, though, as that thing already grows. They should have put it on their Bard. It's a little bit awkward there to hold back the Ginger Brutes, and it tells them I clearly have something, but we get in for more damage if we just pump with Regal Bunnicorn, or rather attack with Regal Bunnicorn, you know? I think we just take it here. And hope they play some random... Like, even... I hope they play a Glutton and sack the young hero roll. Pass? Alright, let's put the Wicked Roll on one of our Brutes. Sure. What is going on? I'm so confused. You know, if they had the two-headed hunter, there is a chance I could die this turn, because double strike and a couple pumps. Oh, they're not dead, are they? Well, now they're dead. Oh, wait, no, they're not. They can sack the food. Two, 3, 4, 5. They're at 7. Guess it's better off just to make the, Alright, let's just attack with one Ginger Brute here and set up for lethal next turn. Make our bunny big. Very, very close to killing him that last turn. I guess I could have just played the Recruiter and attacked with all. They would have been forced to sack the food and chump the Bunnicorn. Oh, no, it wouldn't have been a chump on the Bunnicorn, because the Bunnicorn would have died, since one of the other creatures would have died, too. Oh, and the Bunnicorn was going to be... Never mind. Yeah. That turn was played correct, I think. Alright. At this point, I'm thinking of how can I lose. I think I'm just going to chump both. Oh, I should have swapped 2/2 on the other creature. Okay. Do they actually have... They do have the double strike. Wow. Holy crap, I almost died. That's amazing. Well, good thing I opted to do that, huh? Sheesh. Holy smokes. I should have reversed the 2/2s, or rather the blockers, but like I said, the only way I really lose that game is by the frickin' two-headed. Okay, 6-2. Let's go. What were we? I think we rattled back from a 2-2, so let's get that trophy, man. Come on, come on, come on. It's a very slow hand. That's a good name, homeopathy. I'm gonna keep this on the draw, and we could lose. Let's lead with Grotto. We don't want to see a land. Yeah, this is very awkward. But I kept the hand, so. Wow, they milled 4 lands with the Prankster. That's either very good for them or very bad. I'm assuming that was very good for them. And then they didn't play out. Alright, well, I don't care if they counter my mice. Worst case scenario here is if they have Flick the Coin. And why wouldn't they, after all? Yeah, they definitely have another counter, though. Or rather, they do have a counter in hand. So the question is, am I okay with my Ashiok's Reaper getting countered? Probably. But I'm gonna go for the Ginger Brute here first. Give another flick? Give a torch. I will save that then. Sure, that's worth. Sure, that's also fine. We can just cooped up the Prankster if we would like to. Which we probably should before it gets any bigger than that. Actually, let's be mana efficient. Let's get our Reaper online. I'm gonna let them turn... Oh, no, wait. It's not gonna turn into anything larger, because it has 4 toughness. Never mind. Spellcaster. You'll Sugar Maw, huh? This lack of a second Plains is actually extremely annoying. Even though I know I bottomed one. Alright, Brute with the Young Hero roll, though, is very good. Oh man, they have Extraordinary Journey. Brutal. Okay. So now anytime a creature, or anytime a spell is cast from the exile, they get to draw a card. But that only triggers once each turn. So this is the turn that we want to actually go Ginger Brute plus Reaper, because they'll only get to draw one card here. Yeah, I think most people overlooked this card at first, thinking it was too expensive. There's nothing wrong with just casting this for 2 blue mana, and then starting to draw cards whenever any, you know, adventure card is cast or whatever. Sure. Now they get to put the young, or not the sorcerer roll. Yeah, this is bad. Take 5. They get to scry. How much life have I lost by not casting that coop up on the prankster, I wonder? Too much is probably the answer. That's a nice draw. We can sack the Princess Takes Flight to the Kellen's Light Blades here to kill their spellcaster. Oh, we can go for the kill on the Alchemist now. And if they have a counter, good beats, I lose. Nice. Wow, we even got to counter their Daredevil by doing it like that. Okay. This could be the turnaround. Rats. That's not good. Okay, they can tap down my guard. Oh, are they going to tap down the Brute? Deny me from some life later on? Sure, that's fine. We're on the edge, but we're not dead. So they have another trick in their hand, or they're playing around a Wrath, because they didn't play out their Rat Catcher. What are we doing over there? Actually, yeah, they didn't cast out their Rat Catcher, which would give them this another card. Oh. Okay. It's kind of weird, but sure. That was a mistake. I was supposed to coop up that first. Whoopsies. I am going to give them a card here, but that can't be helped. Yep, draw another card. Yeah. I don't think we're going to be able to pull this one off. The raw card advantage of the journey is too much. But I think my course to win is to try to beat them down like this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7. Let's see if this resolves first. Or if they have the ice out, which it might look like they do. Okay. Play the land out so I can sack the brute for life, as well as exiling their sprite, perhaps. Problem is, if they do indeed have a counter as their other unknown card, I don't know if I can beat it in time, because I have to keep sacrificing stuff. That 1 point of damage I might have missed could cost me. The turn that I was supposed to coop up the flyer and then attack for 1. You know? Oh, that's bad. Okay. Yeah, probably dead here. I'm like pretty sure they have iced out in their hand. Oh, maybe they don't. So I think the only way I can win this game is if I draw like Imodaine's Recruiter or something. Right now? No, they would still be able to go double block, and that has 4 toughness now. I'm not sure what kind of outs I have. Return Triumphant. Gets back a Ginger Brute, which can attack for 2. We're so close! Ah. So close. They go double block. Yeah, so... Not good enough, friends. In fact, I shouldn't have... I should have, attacked first and seen if they double blocked. That would have given us more chance. Because they're not even going to block anymore. Because I have no cards in my... They shouldn't block, I should say. Yeah. So I'm supposed to attack with the Sugar Maw. I assume they double block just to soak up damage. They go to 6. Then I Triumphant second main phase. Oh, but then I have to lose my Ginger Brute on their turn anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter. Good beats. So I need them to mess up. That's the only way I can survive. And even if they do mess up, I still lose. If this was a wicked roll, we would kill them. That's hilarious. Oh, all right, GG's. That's what I needed to draw. All right, well, we pulled off a 6 and 3, and can't be too upset about that. I did want the trophy, but that's good stuff. All right, GG's. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back next time.